Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for tonight's NBA slate on Monday, February the 12th. We've got 10 games tonight, so we've got a big Monday night slate. I wanted to give you guys some early props that I did like for this slate, taking a first look at the board on Sunday night. I've got 3 picks that I'm going to give out in this video. Plus, right now on Prizepicks, we do have a discount available. It looks like this discount they added for Kyrie Irving is going to be available until that game starts on Monday night. So you could add that to these 3 picks if you wanted to. But yeah, guys, we're going to talk through these 3 plays, share why I like them before we do get started, though. As always, if you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, if they do help you out, make sure you hit that like button down below. I do always appreciate the likes. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks, if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, you can sign up, linked down below in the description, or just use that promo code NOAH when you sign up for Prizepicks, and you'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. Also, want to shout out Sleeper because we do have a partnership with Sleeper as well. If you guys don't have an account over on Sleeper, you can sign up for Sleeper, make a deposit, use promo code NOAH, and you'll get your first deposit matched up to $500 over on Sleeper. Now, Sleeper is an app similar to Prizepicks. They're a DFS pick'em app. You're picking over or under on player projections. It's really simple, really easy to use. Sleeper offers a lot of the major sports like NBA, NFL, NHL, college football, college basketball, MLB, all those major sports are available on Sleeper. You can build up to an 8-pick entry on Sleeper, win up to 100x your money. If you guys want to check them out, again, use that promo code NOAH when you sign up, and you'll get your first deposit matched up to $500. But yeah, guys, we got a 10-game slate for Monday night. Hope you guys all enjoyed the Super Bowl on Sunday. I'm recording this video, shortly after the Super Bowl ended. Wanted to give you guys again some early props I liked for Monday. So let's talk through them. 3 picks. First pick we're going to take a look at is going to be a points plus rebounds prop. We're going to look at Onyeka Okongwu. This is a prop that I've honestly been taking a lot lately, and I think the line once again looks a little bit too low here. We're going to look at his points plus rebounds, 21.5. I like the over on 21.5 points plus rebounds for Onyeka Okongwu. So right now, without Clint Capella, Onyeka Okongwu is starting at center for the Hawks, and he's playing big minutes on a nightly basis. If we just take a look at the games he has started lately, so he has started their last 4 games. I don't think this game against Golden State, where he did have a big game, I'm pretty sure he didn't start that game. I think, if I remember correctly, that might have been the game that Capella got injured in. I want to say Capella did play in that game. Yeah, he played in that game. He played 25 minutes. So the last 4 games have been without Clint Capella. And in those 4 games without Capella, 34 minutes, 36 minutes, 34 minutes, and 32 minutes for Onyeka Okongwu. And if we look at Onyeka this season in the games he has started, so he has started 7 games this season, and in those games, he's played 32, 32, 33, 34, 34, 36, and 36 minutes. So in the 7 games he has started this season, he has played at least 32 minutes in every single game. He's gone over this points plus rebounds prop in 5 out of the 7 games. In the 2 games he went under, he had 20 points plus rebounds in a tough matchup against Cleveland. And then last game against Houston, he had 18 points plus rebounds. That was kind of a tougher matchup as well. The Rockets this season have been way better defensively than they have been in previous seasons. This matchup against the Bulls, I don't think it's the greatest matchup. I also don't think it's like the worst matchup either. We're really betting on the role here for Okongwu, and it's we see a lot of times when players get put in new roles, sometimes the sports books can be a little bit slower to adjust their lines to what they should be. And I'm not saying that I'm smarter than the sports books here, and this line I think this line should be way higher, but I definitely think 21.5 is a little bit of a low line here for Onyeka Okongwu. When he has played over 30 minutes this season, he has gone over this line more times than not. And he's going to play 30-plus minutes, unless he gets in foul trouble or the game's a blowout. Because without Clint Capella this season, he's played over 30 minutes in every single game. I don't see that changing anytime soon. They're going to need his size in this matchup against Vucevic. So with the minutes being there for Onyeka, the production tends to be there as well. You look at his scoring, from a scoring perspective, the last 4 games he started, he scored 18, 19, 21, and 11 points. And he's had good volume in those games as well. 10, 11, 12, and 10 shot attempts. So even though he's not known to be a great offensive big man, he's had some volume lately as a scorer. Again, the minutes have been there as well. And then from a rebounding perspective, he is tied for the team lead in rebound chances per game over their last 4 games. Both Onyeka Okongwu and Jalen Johnson have averaged 15.5 rebound chances over their last 4 games. And it's worth noting that Jalen Johnson and Okongwu are averaging the same amount of rebound chances per game over their last 4. However, Jalen Johnson is averaging nearly 2.5 rebounds more per game than Onyeka. So that kind of shows us that there's maybe some positive rebound regression coming for Onyeka Okongwu, if that's even a thing, just given the fact that him and Jalen Johnson have the same amount of rebound chances over their last 4, but Jalen Johnson's averaging 2.5 more rebounds per game. And then if you look at Saddiq Bey, so Saddiq Bey is averaging 3 less rebound chances per game, but he's averaging more rebounds per game. He's averaging 7.8 rebounds per game over their last 4 on only 12.5 rebound chances. So lately, Jalen Johnson and Saddiq Bey have been grabbing a ton of rebounds, which has kind of hurt Okongwu, but Okongwu still, again, is tied for the team lead in rebound chances. So the opportunity for rebounds are going to be there for him, and from a scoring perspective, he's been a good scorer when he's been able to get minutes this season. So I like the over on 21.5 points plus rebounds here. DK Sportsbook, they do have this line juiced minus 125, favoring the over. So early sportsbook odds like the over on this prop as well. It's going to be our first play for tonight. Onyeka Okongwu, more than 20.5 points plus rebounds. Next play we're going to take a look at, we're going to look at a Jeremy Sochan prop, 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I like the under here for Sochan, so less than 20.5 PRA. Now, if you look at Sochan's game log lately, he has gone under this line now in 4 straight games. The minutes have kind of started to trend down a little bit for Sochan. Now, the Spurs have been involved in some blowouts lately. Like last game against Brooklyn, they lost by 20. Sochan played 29 minutes. Against Orlando, though, he played 28 minutes. Against Miami, 29 minutes. Against Cleveland, 29 minutes. The minutes for Sochan, he's probably going to play like between 28 to 30 minutes. There have been some games where he's gotten like into the mid to upper 30s, but most nights he's going to be kept around 28 to 30 minutes. And the production has really tailed off for him as of late. He's gone under this line in 4 straight games. He's gone under this line in 6 out of his last 8 games. The matchup here against the Raptors, I think is it's not a bad one because the Raptors defensively have been really bad lately. They've actually been one of the worst teams defensively in terms of defensive rating, just like over their last 15 games, and looking at a recent sample. However, I think Sochan probably runs into Scotty Barnes here if we're talking about matchups wise. And if you look at DVP stats, I'm not a guy that really weights DVP stats heavily, but in a recent sample, like over the last 30 days, the Raptors have done a pretty good job limiting points and rebounds and assists to power forwards, which obviously is the position that Sochan plays. He's going to be playing a lot alongside Wemby and Devin Vassell and Trey Jones, and not necessarily Trey Jones, but Vassell, Wemby. These are high usage players that are going to take a lot of shots. So like Sochan, he's not really known for his offensive game. Sochan's one of these guys that he does a little bit of everything when he's on the floor. He'll get some points, he'll get some rebounds, he'll get some assists, but he's not a high volume offensive player. You look at his recent games lately, 9, 7, 9, and 9 field goal attempts. So like he's taken less than 10 shots now in 4 straight games. Even in some of these games where he's, like this game against the Pelicans when he had 34 PRA, he only shot the ball 12 times in that game. He just so happened to have 16 rebounds and 3 assists to go along with 15 points. The game before that against the Magic, he scored 18 points on only 13 shot attempts. So like it's not like most nights I say this and then Sochan will go out there and take 20 shots tonight. But most nights, Sochan, he's not a guy that's going to be too involved in the offense. He's not a very high usage player. If he goes over this PRA line, it's going to likely be because he just has one of those games where he gets like 12 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists or something like that. Or he just is really efficient from the field. But with the volume trending down from a shooting perspective, with the minutes not being super high lately, potentially running into a matchup with Scotty Barnes as well, which I don't think is the greatest matchup for Sochan individually. I like the under on this PRA line for Sochan. And looking at early sportsbook odds, DK Sportsbook, they do have this line minus 125 favored to go under. And Pinnacle, one of the sharpest sportsbooks, actually has this line minus 149 favored to go under. So Pinnacle is really heavily, they're really heavily favoring the under on this Sochan PRA line. That's the second play I like for tonight. Jeremy Sochan, less than 20.5 PRA. And then the third and final play I like is going to be a points prop. And we're going to take a look at Kyle Kuzma, points prop, if I can spell his name correctly. Kyle Kuzma, 20.5 points. And I like the over here for Kuzma. Now, if you look at Kuzma's recent games lately, he has gone over this points prop in, I think, 3 out of his last 5 games. 3 out of his last 5 games. He's had some really tough matchups, though, lately. Like, if you look at the teams he's had to face, now the Philadelphia matchup was a pretty good one for Kuzma. Philadelphia defensively has been really bad lately without Joel Embiid. But the game against Boston, very tough matchup, obviously. Cleveland, very tough matchup. He still had a good game. Miami, very tough matchup. The Clippers, not an easy matchup either. Like the last 4 or 5 games for Kuzma have been, from a matchup perspective, have been really bad. Now, this is a really good matchup against Dallas. The one concern I have on this prop is that Dallas is playing at home in this game, and they're favored by 14.5. So Dallas, they're big favorites in this game. There is definitely some blowout risk here. There's pretty much always blowout risk when you're talking about the Wizards. The Wizards are they're not a good team. They get blown out a lot. This Dallas team, though, defensively, they're not good. Like, this Dallas team is still bottom 10 in defensive rating this season. Over their last 10 games, they have the 6th worst defensive rating in the league over their last 10 games. Dallas did look really good last game with PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford, their new guys they traded for. But neither one of those guys are known to be great defenders. So, like, even though they did acquire PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford, I don't think those two guys are going to improve the defense for Dallas. I think their offense probably gets better. We did see Dallas put up 146 points last game. I think Dallas is going to be a team this year that, like, they're just going to try and outscore their opponents just because I don't think they're going to be a very good defensive team. So Washington should have the opportunity to score in this game facing a bad Dallas defense. It's just going to come down to, can Washington keep Dallas from just scoring a ton and blowing them out? Like, if Dallas does blow out, if Dallas does blow out Washington here, I think it's going to be because Dallas just puts up like a shit ton of points. I think Washington is still going to have the opportunity to put up points in this matchup facing a Mavs team that, again, has struggled defensively this season. And in a matchup like this against a bad defensive team, I like Kuzma's chances of scoring 21 points here. I mean, the blowout risk is obviously a concern, but when games are competitive, we will see Kuzma play really big minutes. And if you look at their last 2 games against Philadelphia and Boston, both those games were competitive, and Kuzma played 37 minutes. The game against Miami, he played 36 minutes. Like, he's going to play 34, 35, 36 minutes if it's a competitive game. If it's a blowout, he might only play like 28, 29, 30 minutes. I could still see him going over this line, even if he only plays like 28, 30 minutes. He has faced Dallas once this season, only played 30 minutes, and did put up 22 points in only 30 minutes. The matchup's good enough here that I'm fine taking the risk, taking the risk here on the blowout. If the game does turn into a blowout, oh well. If you want to look at his first half points prop, like if you're really worried about the blowout, I don't mind taking over 10.5 points in the first half for Kuzma. But like you saw, what was it? Like last game against Philadelphia, he had 21 points, but he only had 7 points in the first half. So I could see a scenario where he goes under his first half points prop, but goes over his full game. I could also see a scenario where he goes over first half, but doesn't go over full game. So it's really pick your favorite there. I'm just going to side with the full game points prop for Kuzma of 20.5. I don't mind taking the over on 10.5 points in the first half, though, especially if you do think it's going to be a blowout. But I think Washington, I think they can hang in this game. If they can just put up points to keep up with this Dallas team, I think Dallas is going to be able to put up points easily in this matchup. It's just going to come down to, can Washington put up points? And facing the Mavericks team that has not been very good defensively this year, I think the Wizards will have an opportunity to put up points. And Kuzma, he's going to have a big role. He's going to play big minutes. He's leading the team in usage this season. Nearly has a 30% usage rate this year. I mean, if you look at his games lately, like he's been taking a ton of shots. The volume, it's going to be there for Kuzma. Just over like his last 7-8 games, 24, 27, 18, 22, 16, 24, 14, and 17 shot attempts. So like the opportunity is going to be there for Kuzma. And again, I think the matchup's pretty good. Sportsbook odds do have him minus 125 favored to go over 20.5 points. Again, I know there's some blowout risk in this game, 14.5 point spread. I think Washington keeps this game close enough to where Kuzma plays enough minutes to get 21 points. I like the matchup a lot here. I don't think I'm not buying into Dallas's defense at all. I think Dallas does improve. I think they are, they're a better team now with PJ Washington and with Daniel Gafford, but I don't think either one of those guys are going to make their defense any better. So yeah, that's what I like as our 3 plays for Monday, guys. Kind of taking a first look at the board on Sunday night. Onyeka Okongwu, more than 21.5 points plus rebounds. Jeremy Sohan, less than 20.5 PRA. And Kyle Kuzma, more than 20.5 points. If you want to play these 3 props, just as a 3-pick entry, you can do that. You can add a couple plays that you like, do a 5 or 6-pick entry. those are mathematically the best entry types to play on Prizepicks are 5 and 6 pick flex entries. You remember you do have this Kyrie Irving discount as well. 21.5 points. You can get that on Prizepicks. It's available until tip-off of that Wizards and Mavs game. So, that's an incentive to sign up for Prizepicks. If you guys don't have an account over on Prizepicks, again, you can use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up and get your first deposit matched up to $100. But that's all that I got for tonight, guys. Good luck on this Monday slate. As always, appreciate you guys watching the video. Hit that like button if you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Best of luck tonight. Peace.